Rafa for Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth at the Open 2016 at Royal Troon. So that.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Just a spectacular setting here in the Pacific Northwest. We're at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
So, it's almost like a nature walk
not
out
really
there.
good at this. I'm
it's
playing
built
like
amongst these wonderful sand dunes. As far as trees are concerned, there's only one really that comes into play. The rest are all in the distance, so you feel very much at one with the elements. It's kind of nice, actually, just going for a little stroll out there like that. Refreshing.
Excellent opening tee shot.
So I'm going to do FIFA later once the upload's done. I've not played FIFA in like years. Alright. Sean, what game do you think I should play? Either Farming Simulator, WWE 2K16, FIFA 16, Minecraft, or the Call of Duty Black Ops if the upload's been uploaded. No, the download's done.
I'm loving that balance.
All right, Frank, how would you break down this approach shot here at the first at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's partially blind, so you've really got to fixate on the exact point that you want to aim at. That's one of the beauties of this golf course. So maybe even just have a little look and make sure you know that line, because once that ball hits the ground, the natural contours are going to take it in a certain direction. So really fixate on that line.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Jordan Spieth. Wait, where the fuck was that going?
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. That's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Frank, how about...
Could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just has the feel today. It's a big putt right here. For birdie. -1, being really going. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now we'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Birdie try up next. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. See a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Keep rolling. Nearly went in, guys. Sean, what game do you want me to play next?
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Kind of a tricky read.
Snack, though.
Oh, dude, that. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Nice par to remain 1 under. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Oh my God.
He has this putt for birdie. So 2 under early on. So just a formality. So with that, the score is now at even par. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, or if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
I'm gonna be a funny one and put McIlroy's miles away.
Down, little Shiva. Down.
Let's go.
And into the thicker
I'll
stuff.
hit the guy.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot. 1 under on the deck. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee.
Yo. Okay. Said about that, guys. Had to go to something like that.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next.
By the way, I've done that on purpose, guys. I want to get
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. The second shot now to the par 4. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Not quite where he was aiming. That one far to the left, but still on the green.
Second shot.
Getting set for his third shot from the fairway bunker. What's the right way to play this, Frank?
You don't want to get the ball too far back in your stance. Gets too far back, then you mightn't carry the lip in front.
Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot.
Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. He'll need to be strong with this. That one is in the bunker.
Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Frank needs an up and down here. This is the 7th shot.
It's certainly doable from where they are. This shot's not too hard.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
For par. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Not a gimme, well within his range. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. He'll take par and move on. So with that, 1 over par. Two over for the day. Frank, it's kind of
Since
fun
that's
to
at
swing
19,
away
I'll
on an
check
elevated tee
the
like this, the
percentage
fifth here at
of
Chambers Bay.
before.
It looks
Then I'll
straight
go
away. It certainly does.
do
And under 500 yards, it gives you a chance,
but
plus that
I'll
elevation.
do it online on my.
You should be able to knock one down there. The whole
I'll
pinch is
put
in
them
there,
out
those
and
bunkers
it's
left and
kinda
right.
set,
And there's
kinda
just
dead.
one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball. Frank, what do we have with the approach shot here at the 5th?
Just got to be cognizant of that bunker. That's you can see it there. That's just central front of this green. You either got to go around it, or if you're good enough, then you go straight over it. But you've got to have a ton of spin on the second shot.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. It's a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Right guys, I'll go check the percentage of FIFA and then I'll go ahead, stop this one and start at FIFA.